right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. DK Metcalf was the intended target. 3rd down coming up. He'll drop to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Omar, ready?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again.
No, we changed it.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion comes Walker.
Go. Hey, middle. Shut up.
2nd down. Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up He's out of bounds at the 2. A first down there on a gain of 12. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal.
Let's go.
In motion comes Beckham. Here's Sanders. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Miles Sanders. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with sense.
They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. First and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. This has got this up to the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. That is catch number 60 for the season. Throwing now on 1st and 10. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Washington. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Go.
On the ground, they'll go with Hill. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
We are through 1. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's a second and 12.
Hey.
In motion comes Andrews. They'll go with Williams. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle.
Let's go. Get hot.
On third down, Jackson. That's complete, and it is Beckham. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he will go all the way. Justice Hill, touchdown Ravens. The PAT, up and good. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the rookie out of Michigan, Roman Wilson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. In motion comes Beckham.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
A first down throw for Jackson. Doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Steelers has it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense, and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Roman Wilson was the intended target, and it's going to be third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop. Gets in to bring him down. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Flowers now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Bateman is the motion man. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And he gets this up close to the 40. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Second and 7. A give, and here comes Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the first down.
On first and 10, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point. He breaks.
That is caught. What a throw. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through. And the Ravens move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Back to the air once more on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. A gain of 17 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. They'll look to throw again. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't...
The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball, that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. He has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Yo. 180. 180.
Bateman is the motion man.
Middle. Hey, report. Touch.
From the gun, Jackson. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
It's a loss of 19 yards. It's now 3rd down.
They'll run here with Hill.
Justice Hill, carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
You at X.
They'll motion over Flowers.
No, we changed it.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts.
Go right here. Sit on, Dot. Sit on. Go. Hey, middle. Sit on.
Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Terrific start to